The Seleucid Empire was a Greek Hellenistic state formed after the death of Alexander the Great. Arguably the largest of the kingdoms to arise after the great general had died, the Seleucid Empire's history is long and complicated. In this video, I am going to be discussing the formation of the empire, its societal structure, as well as its eventual fall. Following the division of Alexander the Great's Macedonian Empire, Seleucus I received the governorship of the prosperous city of Babylon. Quickly expanding his territory, Seleucus came into conflict with the growing Indian powers, with the resulting war concluding in a peace treaty granting Seleucus access to the famous Indian weapons of warfare, the war elephants. Seleucus would continue his campaigns, helping defeat the great one-eyed Macedonian general Antiochus and eventually striking out towards the Macedonian homeland. This campaign, however, would be cut short by his assassination by a Macedonian dynasty which had established itself in Egypt, called the Ptolemies. Seleucus would be succeeded by his son Antiochus I, who established a cult around his family, claiming his father was a descendant of the Greek god Apollo. Controlling such a large area of land meant that the Seleucid Empire had a highly diverse population, estimated to be around 50 to 60 million people within its borders. However, unlike the more Indian Hellenistic kingdoms, in the Seleucid Empire there was a distinct hierarchy, with people of Greek descendants generally being higher up in society than that of the natives. The metropolis centres of Antioch and Seleucia encouraged even more Greeks to settle in this empire. These cities had traditional Greek city-state institutions such as assemblies, councils, and elected magistrates. However, they were always controlled by a royal official. Smaller Greco-Macedonian military towns also helped the Seleucids maintain their rule in the region. However, it would not be long before large sections of the empire began to break away, with the city of Pergamon being among the first under Eumenes I. Eumenes managed to defeat a Seleucid army which was sent against him. The other far-strong kingdoms of Cappadocia, Bithynia, and Pontus were also practically independent, being too far away to properly control. The shedding of territories continued under Seleucus II, who was forced to fight a civil war against his brother Antiochus in 239 to 236 BC. This civil war created an opportunity for the states of Bactria and Parthia to break away, with Antiochus carving a large amount of territory for himself in central Anatolia. Antiochus, however, did not see his newfound territory become anything noteworthy, as he was defeated by Attalus I of Pergamon and his Anatolian Celtic allies, the Galatians. The Seleucid Empire's future, however, seemed to be getting brighter, with the arrival of Antiochus III on the throne. Antiochus began a vigorous campaign to retake all the lost provinces of the empire. Fighting a massive war in Syria against the Ptolemies of Egypt, the latter eventually had to rely on native troops to defeat the invasion. This arming of the natives eventually led to a native Egyptian uprising. Antiochus eventually managed to bring the far eastern provinces, including Bactria and Parthia, back into the empire. After the death of the Ptolemaic king, Antiochus leapt into action, restarting the Syrian War and conquering a large stretch of land. Emboldened by his success, Antiochus began to flex his military might into Asia Minor and Greece. However, his ambitions were halted by the Romans after they defeated Antiochus at the Battle of Magnesia. The following treaty saw the Seleucid Empire stripped of its lands in Anatolia, as well as a large war reparation to pay. With the sudden regrowth of the Seleucid Empire officially kicked back down to a more manageable size by the Romans, much of the eastern part of the empire was conquered by the Parthians in the mid-2nd century BC. The Seleucid kingdom, however, remained, albeit in a much diminished form in Syria. This was until the Seleucids were eventually conquered by the Roman general Pompey. Thank you for watching and listening. All sources are listed and linked in the description below. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I've been the Ancient History Guy, and as always, I'll be seeing you later.